Hi, I'm Connie Chen Hasnain, Optica president. Our society has thrived for more than 100 years for many reasons. One important one being that we have continuously embraced changes. By now, you have heard some important and exciting news regarding changes to our brand. I have asked a few of our colleagues to join me, including Ian Walmsley, Eric Major, and Liz Rogan, in telling the story of our brand evolution. Together, we will share with you what the change is, what drove the change, how we arrived at the change, and why it is exciting. I truly believe you and the rest of our community will be just as excited as we are. This has been an incredible journey focused on honoring our legacy and embracing our future. I would like now to hand it over to our 2018 president, Ian Walmsley, to share the journey we've been on for the past few years. Ian?
This conversation started 30 years ago. In 1989, the Strategic Planning Council recommended a name change to Optics and Photonics Society, which the board fully approved. They had the foresight and understanding that the technology within our field was evolving, and they wanted OSA's name to reflect that change. Unfortunately, that effort didn't move forward. 5 years later, our Strategic Planning Council reported to the board that the Society's name was continuing to be one of several critical challenges that needed to be addressed. But no action was taken by the board for a brand change. In 2008, the board agreed to an approach to address its brand by doing business as the Optical Society, keeping the acronym OSA. Despite lots of effort, the change didn't prove to be a bold enough one to reflect what the OSA has become. In 2017, after our centennial, we began to explore taking the opportunity to position the organization for the next 100 years. Here we were, 30 years later, discussing the same issue, except that the global context is completely different. We didn't have the right solution then, but we do have it now. It's the right time for this change. One of the most rewarding parts of being a scientist or engineer is witnessing the amazing growth in discovery and innovation emanating from around the world. OSA has had a critical role in the expansion of optics and photonics globally. Growth in light science-based technology is evidenced by a 24% increase in the field over the past 5 years. We are now a $500 billion global industry. And as our field has grown, so too has our society. The progress has been remarkable. Today we engage with more than 432,000 people across 93% of the globe. Last year, authors from 97 countries submitted more than 21,000 manuscripts to one or more of our journals. And in the same year, we saw over 90,000 people from across the globe register to attend more than 6,000 technical sessions presented by researchers from all over the world. The last few years make it clear that our potential for growth as a society and as a community comes from around the world. In almost every program area, whether it is publishing, membership, or conference and events, the highest growth rates are in Europe and the Pacific Rim. Thinking and acting globally is critical to the success of our field. As we continue to experience the impact of the pandemic, our society has a critical role to keep our research and industry communities connected and working together. This is especially true right now in an increasingly politically fragmented world. Being a global organization is essential to being the leading forum for light science and technology, and to achieving our goals of upholding excellence wherever it is found, empowering discovery and innovation by including talented, driven, dedicated, hard-working people into our community to work on the discoveries of tomorrow, connecting our community through science in a constantly changing world, and advocating for those in our field to ensure our community grows and our society thrives. The progress we have made to support our community during the current turbulent time has been amazing. In fact, the pandemic led to an acceleration in our innovation and collaboration across geographies and across time zones. The move to virtual working for so many in our field has meant fewer physical, political, and financial restrictions. For our society, this led to even greater engagement, diversity, and inclusion, and reinforced our theory that our community is much larger than what we have experienced previously. To embrace this larger community, we need to be positioned as a global organization in both name and practice, encompassing everything that we do. One challenge is that we are known in many parts of the world as a regionally based organization, one that is only for Americans. We need to change this perception with a new name and a new brand. A name and a brand that reflects who we are, and one that builds on our past and is true to our present. A name and a brand that reflects what we have become and propels us towards where we are going. A name and a brand for today and for tomorrow. In selecting our new name and brand, we developed a list of specific criteria that need to be met. It needs to be an authentic representation of who we are today, honor our past, and most of all allow us to evolve in the future, to attain new levels of excellence, reach, and influence. It needs to resonate with our worldwide community and clearly say we are geographically neutral and inclusive, a society that is open and welcoming of everyone in our field, and that connects with current members and customers, as well as newer audiences like emerging professionals and growth markets outside the US. Our community is diverse and focused on advancing our field, so our new name and brand also need to be forward-looking and relevant. It needs to appeal across the board to our research, application, and engineering communities. And critically, our new name and brand needs to reflect our vision and mission to be the leading worldwide forum for light and science technology. I'd now like to hand over to our 2017 President, Eric Mazur. He will introduce us to our new name and brand.
It has been an honor and a privilege to work with our community to get to this point today. This is a moment I've been looking forward to for a very long time. On behalf of the entire board of directors, it is with immense pleasure that I introduce you to our new worldwide name and brand for today and for tomorrow. Wow, I always get goosebumps every time I watch that. I love our new name and brand, and I'm excited to see how it will accelerate the growth of our increasingly diverse and inclusive worldwide community. I hope you share my joy in seeing this renewed and refreshed identity and feel a sense of delight in belonging to this outstanding society. I now want to tell you about the story behind our new name and brand. Optica empowers the potential of light to improve our world. That simple but powerful line captures the essence of what our society is here to achieve. We do this through our worldwide community of talented, driven, dedicated, and hardworking people who are driving breakthroughs in optics and photonics. As a champion of the field, Optica supports the people and the work from quantum theory to laser propulsion in space to 5G networks that help to improve lives today and ignite the discoveries of tomorrow. For more than a century, our society has connected an esteemed community known for its scholarship, innovation, and business acumen. Today, our name honors this legacy and moves us closer to achieving our 2030 vision to create a barrier-free world united by science. A world in which students, scientists, corporate leaders, and engineers can intersect and inspire one another regardless of geographic location. Achieving this vision involves us all. Every member of our community contributes to the diversity of thought, background, and perspective required by the rigors of science, engineering, and technology. With steadfast commitment to excellence, Optica empowers the next generation, equipping them with the resources and connections they need to light our future. Our purpose as a society is clear. We are committed to realizing the potential of light to solve societal challenges by uniting the worldwide optics and photonics community. This commitment is underpinned by 4 guiding principles that we passionately live by and uphold as a society and as a community. These are unsurpassed quality, forefront of technological change, inclusively worldwide, champion of our field. And supporting every principle is a promise. Let me elaborate. The first principle, to ensure unsurpassed quality, we uphold excellence. We've been a respected authority on light science and technology for more than a century. As Optica, our new brand continues to honor that legacy and carry the standard of unsurpassed quality into the next century and beyond. The second principle is to support being at the forefront of technological change. We empower discovery and innovation. As a trusted and innovative resource in optics and photonics, we help pave the way for groundbreaking advances in the field. Our community can continue to rely on our publications, programs, events, and advocacy efforts to help them build towards what's next. The third principle is to be inclusively global. We connect a worldwide community. As we've grown, our reach and membership have become increasingly global. Today, more than ever, we unite a diverse international population of students, scientists, engineers, and professionals. We invite everyone in our community to continue forging the connections vital to solve societal challenges through light, science, and technology. And finally, our last principle is to be a champion of our field. We advocate for those in our field. Since our founding, we have been a passionate advocate for talent in our field. We continue to work to grow, support, and convene our community. With our new identity, we are well positioned to engage the next generation of leaders who will drive discoveries today and transform societies tomorrow. Getting to this point has been a huge collaborative effort. On behalf of all of my board colleagues and the Optica team, I would like to thank all those volunteers who gave their time so generously to be part of the co-creation of our new identity. With their help, we have found the perfect name and brand to reflect the nature of our society and that supports our mission to be the leading forum for optics and photonics worldwide. We took our time to make this important decision. The process of finding a new name and brand was led by the board of directors and involved hundreds of conversations across the world with a cross-section of the community, including members across a range of career stages. This process reinforced and validated our concern that many in our community presumed we were a regional organization. To overcome this perception, we worked with trusted brand development experts to shape our new name and brand. As part of our work, we undertook an extensive naming process to ensure our new identity meets the expectation of our community. You can see here the scale of the work and care during this phase. We started with a long list of 1,000 possible names. the list was reduced to 60 that were a strategic fit and met our established criteria. After checking copyright and other legal considerations, we had 15 viable options. Of the 15, there were 7 distinct names to put forward to the community for validation and feedback. From these 7, there was one clear winner: Optica. Why? Because it proved to be memorable, flexible, and undoubtedly visionary in its look and feel. It is strategic and relevant and differentiated and works across multiple languages. You will see and hear in a moment some of the initial reactions of our membership to our new name. Optica performed well in testing. It is a very crystal clear description of what we do. Everything we do is to advance optics and photonics worldwide. I like Optica. It's simple and elegant. It's modern and global. And this one is very insightful. OSA's premier journal is called Optica, which makes me think of the publication of high-impact research papers. As a result, I have a positive association with the word Optica. And this final one, for me, reinforces the need for our brand to inspire people in any language and in every part of the world. Optica is the Spanish word for optics, and as my mother tongue, it evokes the whole world of light. I'd also like to share some other reactions from our community, so you can hear the positive feedback from those who have seen the new brand.
I really like the idea of choosing a simple, strong-sounding name which in time becomes synonymous with who we are. Think about Kodak or Compaq, the computer company, or Amazon. I don't think it'll take long before people realize that Optica is the community synonymous with advancing optics and photonics worldwide.
I think that the fact that Optica itself is not really an English word, but and it calls on a global heritage, will serve what is now a global society very well. I completely understand those who may have concerns about our dedication to our heritage. I will lay my own bona fides as committed to the heritage of the society right on the line. As chair of the 2016 centennial celebrations at FIO, I made every effort to acknowledge our roots, the trajectory we have taken, and that trajectory points to a global future. I think this is the right move now, and it has my full support. Thank you.
Well, I think it's a very atemporal name, particularly for a Spanish-speaking person like me. It's very widespread. It means optics. I use it every day. My institute is the Institute of Optica. It's for sure a reference given the high-profile journal of the society. So I think for me it would be easy to use it every day, and I would say I like it.
Creating this new brand has truly been a team effort. And to me, it's been an amazing experience to work with such passionate and talented volunteers who guided us to this point. I want to take a moment to thank everyone involved: the board of directors, our brand ambassadors, the many volunteers who gave us feedback along the way, and the hundreds of members who we spoke with in consultation as we explored different options. They looked at change through their own lens. They shared their support and excitement, and they gave us some guidance and structure on how to proceed. I am truly delighted with the results of this inspired thinking, and I'm grateful to have a brand that truly reflects the society we've become and will serve us well into the future. My team and I are here to answer any of your questions. I look forward to celebrating this new chapter of our 100+ year legacy with you. Thank you.